Hi everyone, it's Maggie and I'm back with a project share, and it's another Doily mini, and I'm kind of on a roll with these but I do love making them, so I hope you don't mind seeing them as often as you do. I do try to make each one different so that it doesn't seem like you're looking at the same thing. But let me show you. This is the front cover, and I used 3 doilies for each page, and on the front cover I added this beautiful image, and I had this, it's actually a by the yard trim, but I cut out one piece of it to make it into a frame, and then I added this little piece on top of that. Underneath I added a piece of this vintage, I'm not sure if it was a curtain or not, but it's very delicate, and I just wanted a little bit of texture under there, so I added that. I added this piece here. This is also from a by the yard trim, and it's just like a bouquet of flowers, and I added a rhinestone in the middle of each. I know you've all seen this beautiful flower dangle trim, and this was green tea dyed, and I added these acrylic and rhinestone flowers for a difference in the middle of each one of those, and then I added a pearl and rhinestone button from Shabby Chic Boutique in the middle of the large flower. Then I added some ribbon flowers. Let's see, these here are just pieces of, let me just put that in because that's going to bug me now. That's supposed to be behind there. These are just squares of a piece of organza, and I just took the square, I made it into a triangle, and I rolled it up, and then I just pinched the bottom and glued the bottom together, and I wanted them to look like little rosebuds. I don't know, you can let me know what you think about those, but grouped together I think they, it does make it look a little shabbier. So yeah, so that's what I did there. And then I'll show you the trims. So underneath the applique there's this trim. They added flat back pearls, and I have to go over this with the heat gun to get all the little glue pieces off. And then this was also green tea dyed, as well as this piece here. And then underneath, this was, believe it or not, this was green tea dyed also. This one might have, I'm trying to think now, maybe it came that color, but this is definitely green tea dyed. And I know it might be hard, it's nighttime here, so it might be hard for you to even tell what color it is, but it is a very pale champagne color. So that is, I think that's all on this. Is that it for this side? Let me see. I think this is, oh, and then I added this trim here, and it's got a little clay rose bud on there. I'm trying to see, I want to make sure, yeah, that's in the middle here. So that's the front cover. And here's the first 2 pages, and the first page is a flower page. I made the shabby flower out of some pink or rose, really light rose color organza. I added this beautiful beaded bridal applique here, and then I just did some more trims on the bottom to build that up. And this top trim I added the clay flowers, and then underneath is this dangle trim here, and then there's this dangle trim here, And this is from my friend Dennis. And then there's this piece here. This is a by the yard. And that is that page. Just try to put it back a little bit. Okay, and then this page has this image on it. And, oops, let me see. Okay. I added a pink rhinestone and acrylic flower. And I went around to frame the image with this. This is a straight lace piece, but I kind of like moved it so that you can see I made it dimensional. And then I did the same thing here. There's 4 of these, as I did on that front cover, trying to make it look like kind of like rosebuds. And then here's an applique piece here that I had green tea dyed, and I added my little clay flowers to the bottom flowers on it. To the bottom of the set of organza buds, I added this piece here that I green tea dyed along with a clay flower. And then here is the first trim, dangle trim, with another one of those flowers. And then this one underneath, this was also green tea dyed. This one came as is. And then this is another dangle trim here. And then that's it for that page. And then this page is the pocket page, and I should have taken these out, but I had added some trims because it is going out soon, but I'll have to put those back in after. So this is the pocket page, and this is the pocket, and it's from a wide crochet trim, and I just overlapped the top just to give it a little more strength. On the side here, I added one of these dangle flowers, appliques, and then a rosebud clay flower here. And then on the bottom, I added this. I love this trim here. And on the little flowers, I added my clay flowers in lavender and green. And then I added this trim under that. And then this leaf trim under that. And that's this page. I kept this page fairly simple because when I put the trims in, you're not really going to see anything else. And then here's this image page, and I think this might be my favorite. This is a piece off of a curtain. I added this tiny trim here around the image. I added a tatted doily under that, and there's some eyelash trim under that. And then I added this piece here, and there's some more acrylic and rhinestone flowers in the middle. And here's another one of those clay. I love these clay flowers. I'm going to be so unhappy when I'm out of those. And there's 2 more on here too. This is a embroidered trim. Here's a piece of this, and then this dangle trim. And I think I added this dangle trim twice just to give it a little more body. And then that's that page. And then I made another flower page here. This is a different organza. It's got a little shine to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. And then I added this piece. It was from a bracelet as the flower center. And underneath that is a beautiful doily that's like a star shape. On the side, I added this piece with rhinestones in the middle of each one. And that I had green tea dyed. And then underneath there's this trim here, and I added a couple of clay flowers. There's more of this trim. And then this is another trim, excuse me, that I added underneath that. And then the last page, here is this beautiful image. And I added some fibers behind there. This is a doily that I cut out the middle so I could use it as a frame. And then there's this trim here that I added the clay flowers. There's this trim here, and this has the tiny clay flowers. And then this trim here, and then this trim here. And this kind of matches the color of her dress. And again, I kept the pages a little bit more on the simple side because I didn't want to take away from the images. And then this is the back. And I used this applique piece here. It's all pearls and sequins and seed beads. And this was from One Little Dreamer. And then there's this applique piece here. I added the clay flowers too. I added an extra doily. I love this doily here. It's a one of a kind, only meaning I don't have another one like it. And then I added this trim here that was green tea dyed, as well as this piece here, this dangle trim. And then this embroidered piece, which was avocado dyed, just to go with the rose color. So let me just fluff this out a little bit so you can see. So you can see how thick it is. It's on the thick side. And I love how when you add all the trims to each page, how it just fills out the whole bottom. And then I just tied them all together with some seam binding. And I think it came out pretty good. So that is another doily mini album. And if you'd like, leave me a comment. As always, let me know what you think. And I do have some more project shares. So I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.